Hello, Your Royal Majesties, and welcome now to the new SUPERScope Weekly Report. My name is Christopher Witecki. I am a modern mystic and soul biographer here to help you put the pieces of your story together and help you put the steps in the right order. That's what I'm all about now, is the steps, the right steps. I believe in an ancient intuitive algorithm to happiness. And I believe I found that algorithm, and it takes a lot more than just knowing your sun sign or what you do. In fact, it knows you have to understand your natural place in the order of the universe. And you know what? You're going to love this. You're going to love this. But when it comes to Leos, you're number one. And you knew it all along now, didn't you? But actually, there is a step that comes right before you. Step 0, I protect. But as soon as you protect, the very first thing we do on earth is love. And that's what Leos are about. Loving yourself, loving other people, loving to love it, loving love for love's sake. I have a Leo rising, a Leo moon, so I'm a step 1 rising. I'm a Taurus, so I'm a step 10, but I have a step 1 rising. So I look like a Leo, I act like a Leo, I love the Leos, and my moon is also step 1. So I put myself first too, or I'm learning to, and so are you. And really where we are now with the royalty of the zodiac, and the reason why you're royal is because I believe if you live in your heart, you are royal. I believe to be king or queen of your own heart, you must live in your heart every day and do loving things to yourself and always loving things to others. If you live always loving to yourself and always loving to others, then you are living in the principles of step 1, putting yourself first. When you put yourself first, you will naturally put others first. And when you haven't been nice to others, it's because you weren't nice to yourself. We've learned that. I've learned that the hardest way. So where are the step 1s? Well, the step 1s are changing their life right now and changing their life for the better. All right, it starts actually with your 6 senses. So you got in touch with your health and connecting to the moment at the beginning of this transit, then the ability to perform, turn your work life around, turn things around. I'm still getting the scopes and everything in alignment here in this transit because it's an incredible change of my life that's changing. And then lifestyle, like our whole lifestyle will be changing this week. So we're making decisions to change our lifestyle this week, decisions that will affect what we do. Now, because Leos do nothing but love themselves and others, the way you control if it goes wrong is by choosing who you work with and choosing where you work in the moment and how you work in the moment. Once you choose, you know you're a Leo. You know that you're going to love and you're going to give freely. And so you know that if you don't make the right choice in who you work with, who you align with, and what your life is like in the moment, if you're living in the moment or you're living in the future, if you're living in the past or the future, you're not in your power. If you're living in a moment you don't like, you need to change that moment. And this is the week of making a decision to commit to a new moment, which is your way of controlling things. Because when you are decisive of how it should feel in the moment and you just monitor to see if it is, then you're fine. Once you've committed to a certain vibration, then if it's not in the vibration, there's no excuses, there's no changing yourself, there's no giving it away. There's just, you just say, I'm sorry, this isn't working. I'm committed to a loving moment. This isn't loving, so I can't live in this unloving moment anymore. And that's what I'm deciding. I'm making all sorts of phenomenal changes, and I'm so excited. My inner child's super excited. So what will the royalty be doing this week? Whoops, sorry. I'm still learning my own system here that I invented. That's the irony of me. So as we move into the week, the moon is in Gemini, and so the Leos and the step 1s are feeling very social. It's sunny and social. But Monday, Tuesday, there's a quantum shift in how you feel and how you feel about yourself in the world. And so once you start to feel differently about yourself in the world, this begins the chain reaction of transforming your life. So really, no matter what you feel you've done for your life to change, it's not till after Tuesday, honestly. It's going to be nuclear. It's going to be phenomenal. So come that time, you want to say yes and to this whole experience. Yes, and I can go farther. Yes, and this feels okay. Yes, and yes, and yes, and that is what facilitates the quantum shift to happen. And then the moon goes into Cancer, which means for the step 1s, you go into karma issues. This is also the moon now becoming full. So we get this full moon that at the last hour hangs your karma out on the clothesline. Womp, 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 womp. And it's not that you have any baggage or karma or crap in the closet. It's how you respond to you at that moment. Is your policy of living in a loving environment, is it of working in a loving environment? Then when the moon goes full and pulls you in your karma, will you be loving in that moment when the world challenges you? Because, you know, commitment's great, but if you can't do it in the moment, then what good is it? So Leos talk a good talk. It's time to perform and do. Whoops. Look at me, talking a good talk about my own system. It's time to perform and do, and on Wednesday, it's time to respond as if you knew. As if you knew all along you were right. That is the real place of power in energetics. It is knowing you are right all along inside your heart, and it's your heart that knows. Your mind will never know. Your ego will never know. Only your heart knows. So the moon will be in Cancer. It'll be full. You respond as you knew. God speaks on Thursday. That's a step 7. And then on Friday, it's a sunny and cool day for the royalty of the zodiac. I'm excited just to get to this Friday. This will be the day that we announce our next expansion of Soul Garden. And this is the day where you need to decide and commit to a lifestyle. Now, to me, my lifestyle is serious joy. I want to feel like I'm on vacation in every moment of my life, even when I'm shooting the scopes, which is why they're often late, because I'm having a hard time keeping vacation level up all the time, being broke and all these things. But I think that's the awesome spiritual challenge. So I choose to accept it. And on Friday, you are deciding to a lifestyle as well. And on Saturn Day, you are committing to it. So this week, you are discovering the life you want, deciding on what it is, committing to that life, and going for it. That is the outline of the step 1s on Earth. All right, so I'm actually trying to concentrate on the graphics, which is why now my performance goes down. It's like I'm having a hard time juggle. All right, so let's look at the PLUR potential here. The PLUR potential is, of course, that we are powered by peace, love, unity, and respect now. And looking at this and bringing in the Mr. Happy's back, I think with inner peace, the Leos and the royalty of the zodiac will be feeling a bit scattered. This transition is difficult. You always like to be looking your best and feeling your best. And so in construction and transition, the royalty really never does feel very peaceful about that on the inside. The outer verse is seeing you kind of cloudy and detached, I believe. So as the moon is going through, especially Cancer, and gets full, you are out to lunch. And so you're feeling a bit cloudy and hard to get a hold of. When it comes to the inner verse with self-love, I think you're feeling very content. I think you love yourself. You're not having any problems with the self-love department, which is good. And the outer verse sees you as maybe overamping it, I think. Especially when the moon goes into Cancer and gets full. Sometimes the Leos will over-pretend that they love themselves. So this is when we get the really silly shit-eating grin smile from the Leos. But that is just something that happens when they over-amp their love. Be advised. Moving into the next category, unity. When it comes to inner unity, I think you're going to be full of passion, and your inner verse is going to be a bit scattered. And so I don't think you're going to feel total unity there. Maybe a swelling, maybe taking on a little water. In the outer verse, you'll be putting on that smile and pretending that everything is fine, I'm sure. And that will be really true once the moon moves into Leo. You will be feeling just fine at that point. When it comes to self-respect, I think in the inner verse, you're too hard on yourself as always, and that's part of your mastery. So you need to respect yourself and not be hard on yourself. So I'm talking to myself here on camera. So I think the more we self-respect and just respect that we are unique individuals with unique paths that have unique challenges, then the inner verse of self-respect will turn into a smiley face. Whoops. Damn my self-respect. In the outer verse, I think you'll be overplaying your self-respect. I'm talking to myself here. And so although you are, blah on the inside, I think you're going to be super sales smile on the outside. And that, I think, is the I respect outer verse report for step 1. Now, a couple of quick little announcements. One, as of March 1st, I will not be offering readings to the public. This is just a general announcement. And I do have one more sale before I transition into a different part of my life. It's been wonderful to serve the public, and I will still serve as an astrologer, but it won't be so easy to get a reading just because the nature of some great projects coming ahead. So if you've always wanted a reading, what I'm saying is this is the time to book it, put it in the system. 1 hour reading is only $99, and you'll get a 30-minute follow-up reading anytime this year that I will honor. So be conscious of that and come on down. For those ladies who want to hop on to something totally new, it's called GA Venus. GA Venus is a text message, female empowerment, consumer protection agency. Yeah, say that 10 times. And overall, I'm bringing all the talent of Soul Garden to GA Venus and helping women. Men, we're not sure what we'll do, but we'll let you know if we try to do something. We're interested in empowering the women. If you want a free 1-week trial, it's available at gavenus.com. And then finally, I want to invite you down to the new soulmart.me, where we have posted all of our content from Soul Garden. So you've got Practical Wizardry, Astro 101, Magic, Myths, and Medicine. We've got Astrology for Girls, and we've got some new exciting shows launching this week too that I'll be talking about in a week. So come on down. Our guided hangouts will be on Wednesday and Friday. All of that chat and fun you've had before on the mothership is now at soulmart.me. So come on down to soulmart.me and watch your horoscope or We have free gifts. I mean, it's really fun. Come on down. And at least sign up for GA Venus. All right, well, that's all I have, Your Royal Majesty. I hope you have a fabulous week. Keep your steps correct. It's I protect, then you love, then you feel. All right? Stand in that new reality and live in that new reality. And I will see you in 7 days where we talk about step 1 once again. Until then, live, love, and let be.